Today, we're going inside the most bizarre billionaire playground ever built. Let's start with the weirdest flex of all, the basketball obsession. Kim Jong-un is obsessed with basketball, specifically the 1990s Chicago Bulls. Back when he studied in Switzerland under a fake name, classmates say he spent hours watching Michael Jordan highlight tapes. He reportedly had an entire wall in his dorm covered with MJ posters and once wrote an essay arguing that Jordan should be knighted. Fast forward to 2013, Kim invited former NBA star Dennis Rodman to visit, not once, but 4 times. Rodman described a palace filled with luxury cars, open bars, and private basketball games with Kim himself, who wore a custom Jordan jersey stitched with diamonds. Side note, the jersey alone was reportedly worth $80,000. Kim didn't just want to watch basketball, he wanted to live it. He built a full-size indoor court with parquet flooring imported from the US and custom-made backboards engraved with North Korean national symbols. He reportedly had a coach flown in from Eastern Europe to teach him free throws. And there's more. The palace even includes a locker room museum filled with signed sneakers, NBA memorabilia, and a life-size bronze statue of Michael Jordan mid-dunk. There are rumors Kim owns a replica of the United Center's half-court, custom-built in his seaside mansion. That part? Still unconfirmed, but Rodman said it looked better than any NBA court I've ever played on. His love for basketball is so deep that he once tried to organize a North Korea All-Stars team made up of handpicked players trained specifically to emulate the Bulls' triangle offense. According to reports, Kim personally selected the jersey numbers and even gave post-game speeches, despite the team never actually playing any real opponents. It's not a hobby, it's a full-blown identity project. And for Kim, basketball isn't just a game, it's one more arena where fantasy and power collide. Next on Kim's shelf of insane toys, the $600 million train of toys. Forget private jets, Kim prefers bulletproof trains, and one in particular is essentially a moving toy store. According to South Korean intelligence and Russian officials, his armored luxury train features a movie theater with surround sound and red velvet reclining seats, a karaoke room with a rotating stage, laser lights, and over 30,000 Japanese and Western tracks, and even a portable arcade featuring rare and restored cabinets like Street Fighter II, Pac-Man, and a gold-trimmed Neo Geo setup. And yes, Kim plays them himself, often while sipping $800 a bottle Hennessy XO or Blue Label whiskey. The train is clad in mahogany paneling, gold-plated fixtures, and luxury leather recliners. One carriage contains a climate-controlled wine cellar stocked with Bordeaux vintages dating back to the 1940s. Another, a custom board game library holding handcrafted versions of Monopoly, Risk, and the Game of Life, redesigned with North Korean landmarks and characters. Each board reportedly cost tens of thousands to produce. Some reports even suggest one car houses a scale-model diorama of Pyongyang, complete with moving monorails and light-up landmarks. No official confirmation, but satellite shots show one train section consistently powered at night. Because why rule a country when you can ride through it in a $600 million PlayStation on rails? And of course, Kim's obsession with transport doesn't stop at rails. The $1.5 billion car collection he can't drive. Here's the irony, Kim can't actually drive, but that hasn't stopped him from collecting over 800 rare luxury cars according to defectors and UN investigators. Highlights include a $1.2 million Mercedes Maybach Pullman Guard, several Rolls-Royce Phantoms, a Ferrari 812 Superfast, at least 2 Bentleys flown in from Europe, violating half a dozen international sanctions, and a fleet of Toyota Land Cruisers painted in camouflage allegedly used for convoy roleplay. His personal favourite, a $2.5 million Lamborghini Veneno, allegedly modified to never exceed 20 miles per hour because Kim enjoys the look, not the speed. Several vehicles are reportedly kept in pressurized underground garages, where they're polished daily by a 24-hour rotation of staff using imported German microfiber cloths. The garages include built-in LED mood lighting that shifts color depending on which car is on display. One defector claimed Kim even commissioned a custom replica of the Batmobile, functional, bulletproof, and equipped with faux flamethrowers, purely for display outside one of his palaces. Each car comes with custom child-proofing, joystick steering, and in some cases, voice-controlled navigation systems set to only speak in English or French, because as one aide put it, Korean is for governing, not for driving. It's not transportation, it's a life-size Hot Wheels set with diplomatic immunity. And just when he thought it couldn't get more surreal, Kim's private DisneyLand. Yes, this exists. Kim reportedly built a private Disney-style theme park not open to the public, not even to party elites. Rugner People's Pleasure Ground, as it's officially named, includes a roller coaster rumored to be an exact replica of Space Mountain, a life-size castle inspired by Cinderella, complete with LED light shows and a working moat, dozens of animatronics suspiciously similar to Mickey, Goofy and Friends, except wearing military uniforms, a military parade simulator where guests, aka staff, act out state celebrations while Kim watches from a private balcony, projection map shows on North Korean history, narrated by a custom AI voice modeled after Kim's grandfather, Kim Il-sung. Some Japanese tabloids even claimed he imported a life-size Gundam robot for $15 million built to move via remote control. It was never confirmed, but a satellite photo did show a giant humanoid figure on the property, so who knows? Reportedly, the park also has a private sound system where Wagner's Ride of the Valkyries plays through noise-cancelling directional speakers aimed only at Kim's personal path through the park. One defector said Kim enjoys riding alone after midnight when the park is shut down, yes, by himself, like a Bond villain with a fast lane pass and a personal soundtrack. Now we enter the realm where anime, video games and vanity collide. The Anime Palace and Video Game Room. In his Wonsan Beach mansion, one of 15+ palaces he owns, Kim dedicated an entire wing to anime and video games. This includes a custom-designed theater where he screens Studio Ghibli films in 4K with Dolby Atmos sound, a VR room with military shooter simulators using motion platforms and haptic vests, a retro console wall lined with mint-condition Japanese imports, including the original Famicom, Neo Geo AES and PC Engine, and reportedly a $3 million custom gaming PC setup running triple 8K curved monitors and a modded version of Call of Duty where Kim is the main playable character. Defectors say his anime room is wall-to-wall with life-size statues of Naruto, Goku and One Piece's Luffy posed in dramatic battle scenes, a limited edition $150,000 Gundam model plated in 24K gold with articulated limbs and LED lighting, an original animation cell collection from Studio Ghibli worth over $1 million framed like fine art, and yes, custom henchai art of himself as a heroic general. We'll spare you detailed visuals, you're welcome. The room is said to have a voice-activated AI assistant modeled after an anime waifu designed to narrate his daily itinerary in Japanese. And finally, for the most bizarre flex of all, his toy yacht and RC armada. Kim allegedly owns remote-controlled replicas of his actual warships, submarines and tanks that he plays with while on his yacht. These aren't cheap toys. Each RC boat is built at 1:12 scale, includes functioning water cannons that can shoot up to 30 feet, uses military-grade GPS and satellite tracking, and costs up to $2 million per unit, custom commissioned by European defense contractors moonlighting in luxury prototyping. The control system? It reportedly runs through a custom tablet built with military encryption, complete with heat maps, naval route simulations, and haptic feedback. He also allegedly has a miniature battlefield behind one of his palaces, a sprawling terrain modeled after the Korean peninsula with hills, forests, rivers and miniature villages. There, Kim stages pretend battles using RC tanks, drones and motorized infantry units. North Korean defectors say it's a hobby he takes extremely seriously. Staff are required to reset the terrain after each session, repaint damaged model buildings and reposition forces according to war logs Kim sometimes records. Legend alert, there are unconfirmed reports that he had a scene from the Black Mirror episode Men Against Fire recreated, featuring drone soldiers controlled via headset with an AR interface that projects imaginary enemies. Imagine the world's most dangerous man lying on a sunbed controlling toy warships and drone tanks in a simulated apocalypse. The total cost. So how much does Kim Jong-un's bizarre collection of mega luxury and childhood fantasies actually cost? Experts estimate his personal toy empire is worth over $4 billion, and that's a conservative guess, all while the vast majority of his country lives in systemic deprivation. Electricity is rationed, clean water is inconsistent, basic medicine is often smuggled from abroad, and some citizens, born into isolation and indoctrination, are reportedly unaware that other ways of life even exist. This is a country where defectors describe eating grass to survive, while their leader spends millions gilding fake battlefields and staging fantasy parades for himself. The contrast isn't just stark, it's surreal. A regime built on fear and scarcity, led by a man who surrounds himself with excess that borders on parody. It's a mad world, isn't it? A dictator with a toy chest bigger than some countries' GDP. Kim doesn't just rule a country, he rules a curated illusion, one where tanks are toys, history is a stage show, and hardship is hidden behind palace walls. And in a world filled with luxury-addicted billionaires, Kim Jong-un might just be the most bizarre and most insulated collector of them all. So, what do you think? Is this the world's most eccentric toy hoard, or a chilling glimpse into power gone off the rails? And speaking of billion-dollar obsessions, if you think Kim's toy collection is crazy, wait until you see the insane presidential jets used by world leaders. Tap next to watch Air Force One versus Putin's Flying Fortress, a presidential jet showdown. And trust us, you've never seen an airborne sauna like this before.